And I think that's what we've been doing for 15 years, and we've been teaching this too in the Constitution. It's been taught in every state in the country. There are places actually where we've got people training people how to train for the course. Please, if you're interested in seeing sort of the information that we publish, please go to theamericanview.com. That's our website, theamericanview.com. You asked whether it's gaining ground. In my state of Maryland, and there's some yellow sheets that Natalie has there that I don't have one for everybody, but explain something that I call Carroll County, Maryland is the home of the brave. Let me tell you, just as an example, sir, of what's happening. In Carroll County last month, just about a month from today, it was May 22nd, on that evening, the Board of Commissioners of Carroll County presented, debated, and adopted a resolution known as the Second Amendment Preservation Resolution. The gentleman named Commissioner Richard Rothschild, he got the other 4 commissioners to vote with him. He got the county sheriff, he got the county district attorney, state's attorney, and they all met together and agreed that they're not going to use any county resources to implement. Well, I should have told you first. My state of Maryland, the legislature passed a gun grabbing bill. I won't tell you all the details, but this resolution basically says, not in Carroll County. We're not going to use any county resources to enforce this. The sheriff said, I'm not going to arrest anybody. The district attorney said, I'm not going to prosecute anybody under this, etc. Now, that's a first step of what I would call nullification. You got a local county. By the way, what they called it, they called Carroll County a Second Amendment sanctuary county, which I kind of think is neat language because they're picking up on the illegal immigration sanctuary counties and states, which really is a negative, well, I think an illegal form of nullification. But in this case, what they're doing is saying, we don't care what the legislature passes. It's not valid. We don't recognize it. And it's not going to be enforced in Carroll County. That's a first step of nullification. The next step, what we really need, is the step of interposition, where we need the sheriff and the police to come out and the county executive to come out and say, we not only are not going to enforce that, but if somebody else comes into our county trying to enforce it, we're going to arrest them. That's the step we need. And some counties have done that. I told you, I mentioned earlier that I was at the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association meeting earlier, it was actually the last day of last month. And there's a police chief in the little town in Pennsylvania. I can't remember the borough, the name of the borough, but I interviewed him, and he got his his town council to pass a resolution saying that he would arrest any federal agent or any state police that sought to enforce any kind of Second Amendment violation. He said this. This is a police chief. He said the Second Amendment is my carry permit. The Second Amendment is your carry permit. So that's the way he said, which is the truth. And it's the way we ought to think. And so, in answer to your question, yeah, there's people who are getting it, and I think as times get worse, there are more people who will come to get it.